welcome to the Witch's Tea Party. I'm the witch, Mistia, and today I'm here with my co-hosts.
StareliaYumera.
MintyYukime.
MomokaVT.
And today is Weed Day, but not when the episode comes out.
Yeah, that's true. We're all getting so weeded out right now.
Weed day.
I've never eaten a weed, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
Not even one?
Not even one.
I don't know that I would want to eat a weed that much, to be honest. Like it seems kind of weird to like pull them out of your lawn like that, but you know, that's fine, I guess.
True.
What type of weed though? Because like if they're the little onion things, I could understand that.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Wait, onion
Weeds are pretty
things?
varied.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you get weeds in your yard when you pull them out and they've got like little white onions in the bottom, technically.
I've never
But there's
seen
different
that.
types of...
There's a lot of different types of weeds, and like some of them are probably edible. I don't know.
Some of them are food.
I don't want to eat them. Anyway.
Some are food, not friends.
And some are drinks. Just kidding. What are you drinking today? Oh my god. I hope you guys remembered.
I'm just drinking water personally.
Water again, Momo.
Listen, I'm a thirsty little flower.
Oh no.
We've been over
I'm not
this.
as thirsty of a little flower. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I heard that's like the best of the diet sodas.
It's really good. I mean, it tastes very similar to the normal one to me, as someone who is a monster and has drank almost every soda variety that I can.
I don't
Yeah.
drink diet sodas because I hate fake sugar taste.
I don't drink diet sodas specifically because I hate the taste of aspartame.
Is that the
Sure.
fake sugar taste?
It is not.
Wait, really?
Not really. Fake sugar is typically like Splenda and other things. Aspartame is a like different type of chemical, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
Is that what they put into diet soda?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Uh,
hate that.
What
I
is
keep thinking it's pronounced aspartame, but I know
I always think
aspartame.
that too.
Thank you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Every time I've ever heard Momo say aspartame, I'm always like, you mean aspartame?
It's like the time I walked up to someone and said my cat was the epitome. No, I said it was the epitome of cute, and they said epitome, and I was like, what?
I guess if you've never heard it, like...
I've never heard
Yeah.
it said.
Sometimes with weird words like that, it's real easy to like just not ever hear the word pronounced and then pronounce it in your head a certain way.
Yeah.
Epitome.
Epitome.
I have
Okay,
a iced turtle mocha today.
That sounds really yummy. I'm gonna really quickly correct myself. Aspartame is in fact a sweetener. I was mistaken and misled.
Oh, well, I hate that.
Yeah, I also don't like it. Regardless of what it is, I don't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's dumb and bad.
It is.
My drink is orange juice, which I recently learned is a homophobic drink, so I'm trying to drink all of it to exterminate it.
Wait, so what makes the orange juice homophobic?
The oranges hate gay people.
Oh.
So in the like 1960s, I think it was 70s maybe, there was a specific person who was the like spokesperson of Florida orange juice.
Mm-hmm. It was like Anita something.
And Anita Franklin question
Parker?
mark? Anyway, she was Miss Oklahoma and was a big time like model at the time, and she was the like kind of progenitor of a lot of the like save our children quote unquote bills for advocating against the rights of gay people.
Oh.
And she was also the like spokeswoman of
Orange juice.
orange juice,
I had no
specifically like
idea.
Florida
Mhm.
brand orange juice. I don't remember what the
Like
actual
sun-kissed.
was it.
Florida
Sunkist?
Natural.
Is it-
I'm pretty sure.
It's Florida Natural. That's what it was.
Isn't
Yeah.
Sunkist a soda?
Sunkist is
It is a soda. It was originally an orange juice, though.
yeah.
It was oh,
Yeah.
it was an orange juice.
So that's why I'm trying to drink all of the orange juice in the world to get rid of it.
That's
to end
fair.
homophobia.
I do like to drink orange juice in like when I have alcoholic beverages.
Me too. It's so good with vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers.
I love screwdrivers. They're so good.
Me too.
That's fair. I recently bought sweet and sour mix for our home, so I can start making like whiskey sours. And one day, whenever I have more money, I will buy some amaretto and make amaretto sours, which is one of my favorite drinks.
I don't think I've ever had
Yes.
one, but the idea of it sounds good.
That's
you,
fair.
You had like a green drink, right? A green
Oh,
alcoholic
yeah.
beverage.
Yeah. That was
Sour apple schnapps?
yes, that's it. It was specifically
yeah.
sour apple schnapps.
Did you drink it yet?
Not yet. We just bought it the other day, and I like work all this week, so I haven't had any
It will be.
alcoholic beverages.
It will probably be our drink of choice for our next drinking friend night, whenever that is.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you how it was.
It looks
We'll
pretty.
have to report back, but it does look very pretty. I forgot
to take a picture.
I think you
Oh, no.
all look very pretty.
And see, I was on the same page because like I really want to buy like an alcohol mixing kit and start making drinks, but that costs money.
Alcohol does get like really expensive though.
Oh
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I usually
used
get
to
like
do-
a little bottle of soju, and that's like $6 or $7.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. I had my first soju like a few years ago, and when I bought it, it was like $3 for a single bottle. And
What?
now they're like, at least where I am, they're like $8. That was like 4 or 5 years ago when I tried my first one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
This is why.
$8 for a single bottle. What is that? Like,
I still
I
have
hate
it.
it.
I think everyone should convert to the like ultimate drink of choice, which is of course 97% grain alcohol known as Everclear mixed with red Kool-Aid.
Red
Nothing
Kool-Aid
can possibly go
specifically?
wrong. Yeah, red Kool-Aid specifically because it has a, in my opinion, stronger flavor than most other Kool-Aids, which makes it better for covering up the taste of 97% grain alcohol.
Oh, well, you said nothing could go wrong, and that's starting to make me think that perhaps something could, in fact, go wrong.
I mean, the last time I drank specifically Everclear in red with red Kool-Aid, I got into a drinking competition with someone who weighed 200 pounds more than me, and I woke up the next morning laying on my floor, and I don't really know why or what happened. But it is where I ended up.
I think it's probably better if I don't drink that. I can imagine my Twitter timeline now.
I, in general, kind of think that it's better that no one drinks that, but you know, the FDA has still allowed it to exist, so it's fine.
Drink responsibly, listeners.
Please drink responsibly.
Oh my god.
And back in my college, that was what frats used to spike drinks with, was Everclear. Very dangerous, by the way, to spike drinks with that. I mean, spiking drinks in general, very dangerous. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
There's like, yeah. There's obviously like different, I don't know how much you all know or have ever invested into learning about alcohol.
Very little.
Nothing.
But there's like certain way, like your body chemistry, the way it's made up, has certain ways that it absorbs different alcohol better or worse, basically. And so like for me, my body absorbs like tequila really, really well. So if I drink tequila, I get drunk very, very fast, which is why I don't drink tequila very much. But that all goes away whenever you kind of just like pour enough alcohol into it that it just doesn't matter anymore. And like, it's probably one of the cheapest liquors you can get, because it's like last time I bought Everclear, it was like, I want to say like $13 for a handle or something, which is 1.5 liters.
A handle?
Yeah, a typical bottle of alcohol is 750 milliliters for most like full spirits that are like 40% or higher, and not a liqueur. And for like a handle, which is 1.5 liters, so it's 2 of a normal bottle, it was like $13.
Oh.
Huh.
It's very, very cheap.
It probably tastes like shit though.
Oh, it tastes absolute garbage.
Less alcohol, right? So
it's literally less alcohol that is in most rubbing alcohol in your cabinet. Or like it is more alcohol than what is in most rubbing alcohol that is in your like medicine cabinets.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's really bad. So anyway, that was alcohol lessons with Momo.
thank you for the lesson, Momo.
yeah, I got you. If you ever need to know entirely too much about absolutely nothing, I'm your girl.
I mean, that's something. That's something. That's not absolutely nothing. It's pretty something.
Look, I'm sure I've mentioned it before. My 20 vodka shot stream from like 2020.
What?
That happened. Anyway, in one stream over the course of, granted, it was over the course of like I think 6 hours of me drinking. I drank 20 shots of vodka.
That's insane.
It is also the first time I have ever had a hangover.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Also the only hangover I've ever had.
I'm so jealous. I get hangovers relatively easy, and my God.
I was very lucky in regards to hangovers. I've never had one since or before that.
I haven't had one yet.
I'm also a blessed hangover baby that I don't think I've had a hangover. I have like woken up still drunk though. That's the thing that's happened to me.
That is the worst. Oh my God, this happened to me from the 20 vodka shot.
Yeah.
It's such
a strange feeling.
It's so disorienting to wake up still drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it happen once, but like I didn't sleep for very long. So I don't know if you're talking about like a full-blown night's sleep and then you wake up and you're still drunk. Okay,
yeah, like a full night's sleep.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I think I'm like pretty lightweight though, so I don't have to drink a whole lot to get drunk.
I got really into like craft beer and things in college, and as a result of that, I like first of all spent way too much money because craft beer is so expensive, and secondly drank a lot, so I built up quite a tolerance, and it is unfortunate because it's so much easier to like drink cheaply whenever you get drunk easily.
Yeah,
that's true. I drink cheaply because I get drunk easily. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I keep buying soju, so that's not cheap. But I can drink one and then be pretty wasted.
Fair.
Understandable.
I see well, it changed. Obviously, I used to be pretty heavyweight with drinking. Not anymore. I get drunk fast, but it goes away. Like I don't stay drunk for longer than like 10-15 minutes now. It goes away really fast.
Oh wow.
Oh, I wonder if that's what's happening to me.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Because I feel like I get drunk relatively quicker. But I just also feel like I'm always not drunk also, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it goes away really fast because I'm one of those people, my face gets really flushed when I get drunk. So I'll get like I'll start getting drunk, I'll feel it, and then it's like gone when I stand up, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not drunk anymore. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that
I stayed drunk for a while.
Yeah, I can sometimes not like get sobered up or whatever, but typically I stay drunk when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Yuki and I both do this thing where we go on Twitter and type incoherent messages. She does it more than I do, but
No,
we
it's a shared trait. It runs in the family.
Yeah, we lose our ability to form coherent sentences.
It's worth it though. It's worth it.
I just love that about us.
Me too.
But speaking of bad decisions, I think now's probably a good time to talk about Twitter. You know, how there's always something bad happening on Twitter.
Opening Twitter is a bad decision on most days.
That's actually so accurate.
That's pretty true.
It is true. So they I think last time we did the pod we were talking about it because we skipped a week. So they said they were going to change the For You page so that only verified users showed up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did make that claim on like April 15th or whatever that would go into effect.
Yeah. So it's currently April 20th, Weed Day. And the For You page doesn't seem to have changed. I don't know if this is
Yeah.
It just seems the same to me. Except I've been seeing a lot of people posting like, "Hey, are my things showing up? Please tell me if my things are showing up," and then they show up.
Yeah.
The main thing that I have noticed is that a lot more like random verified accounts end up on my For You page, as well as like people I already follow.
Sure.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it's not exactly the way that it was described, but it is kind of having that effect in my experience.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, because I noticed the algorithm definitely shifted for me. Like, the way the For You page works is different, but I still mostly just see people I interact with regularly anyway.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, I haven't seen any significant changes, personally.
I also haven't really seen any changes. Like, mine, before it was mostly just cute art and sometimes people I'm following, and now it's still the same thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I see what Momo's talking about though, because I do see random accounts that I don't follow, and most of the time they're verified now.
Yeah.
So I guess that is what it's doing, but it's also not getting rid of the things I was already seeing. It's just kind of adding some other things onto it.
And I think that's like kind of the best we can hope for in a lot of ways. Like, sure, you can show me a bunch of accounts that I don't care about. I won't interact with them.
Right. And then your algorithm will decide to not show them to me anymore.
Yeah. I was, hold on. I lost my thought mid-sentence.
Well, you better go catch it.
I'm running so fast.
You're doing fast.
It's gone now.
No.
No.
It's okay, it happens.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought that's how Twitter Blue was supposed to work anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
In theory.
I guess maybe it's working. Verified accounts are Twitter Blue.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that what they were saying when they were first advertising it? I mean, Twitter Blue's been around forever, but, you know, since the Elon takeover, and they've been pushing it really hard.
Right.
Oh, God. Speaking of the Elon takeover, specifically the rebrand to they're now X.
Oh, yeah, they changed their name.
Yeah.
Elon has an unhealthy obsession with the letter X. It was his first company's name, which later became PayPal. And it's a terrible thing for everyone, and most especially for his children who have X names.
Oh, cringe.
Wait, isn't he the one with the kid that's named after, like, an airplane?
The XC is whatever something 0112. Yeah, that's
it is
Elon.
unpronounceable in letters, if I remember. Like, that's
it's like actually unpronounceable. It's so
bad. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Parents, don't do that to your children.
All I'm gonna ask is, if you have kids and you're naming your child, just consider your child's future for a moment.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with picking a name that's kind of fun, but that's kind of taking it a lot too far.
Consider how much they will be bullied in school because of that. as well as your career as a like lizard politician that is ruining the lives of humanity. And then maybe try to be better. I'm just saying, it's an option. Elon, you're always welcome on the pod.
There's space for you here.
That's true. That's true.
I'm on the pod. Hit us up. All right.
The thing is, dude, Elon is like petty enough, though. He might actually come on our podcast.
What if he did, though?
Maybe.
It would be hilarious, and I would adore it, and also it would be instant fame for all of us.
Momo, what would you do?
Regardless of how it go.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and I was Elon Musk? Would you block me?
Would I block you?
Yeah.
Depends. Do you like continue all of the same like policies and choices that Elon Musk makes? Are you just the same person?
No, I think I would just be me, but I'm Elon Musk.
That's fine then. I don't really care. I would feel bad for you because you would probably like suddenly have dysphoria because, you know.
I'd feel really bad for me, I think, but I'd probably be rich.
Yeah, you would be very rich. I would probably ask you for money. I'm not going to lie.
I'd probably give you the money and then hope that like the next day I turn back into myself.
Yeah, you like anamorph into Elon Musk for a day.
Anamorphs.
That's like the ultimate extreme difficulty version of do you love me if I was a worm kind of question.
Would I love you if you were a billionaire? It depends on how you spend it.
Right.
Most likely, no.
Yeah, most of them don't spend it. What's the word? Yes.
You're tropically.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Tropically, like Florida orange juice.
Right back to orange juice.
It always comes back to orange juice. There's always orange juice in the banana stand.
The rumor come out. Wait. Does orange juice is gay?
Depends. Only whenever Yuki's drinking it. Otherwise, no.
I turn orange juice gay.
All of it?
Those minty foxes, they're turning the oranges gay.
No, we have to stop her. Just kidding.
Oh no.
Let her cook.
I'm cooking. I'm cooking with orange juice.
I only recently learned that let him cook or whatever, that meme is not a Breaking Bad reference.
Oh, yeah.
I really thought it was.
I mean, that would make sense.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah, just recently. Oh, okay. Well, like in the last year, I actually watched the.
Okay.
Also,
and you still held that opinion?
Yeah, maybe it's because it was so fresh in my mind. Because I also watched Better Call Saul.
Mm.
And there was a lot less cooking in that one, but, you know.
Wait, is it a Better Call Saul reference?
No, it's a, I guess it's like a rapper reference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it has any, like, TV show.
No, I had to Google it because somebody, I think it was Katie, was asking about it on Twitter, maybe. I noticed I mentioned Katie on the pod a lot. Katie, friend of the pod, you know by now.
Yeah. She's a recurring character. She's just not in the pod. Right?
Yeah.
Reoccurring character.
I should put like a tiny Katie somewhere in the background because we have Daisy Bun back there.
Wait, do we not have?
I thought we had.
We at least need like a little burger or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Cat Burger. He can be in the back.
Can we steal Cat Burger?
That would be pretty good.
I'll ask her. Because we have Daisy Bun back here, who was previous guest of the pod. We also have Cardboard Star back there.
Who was a guest of the pod as well.
Who was also a guest of the pod.
Everyone remembers the episode that Star was like the most talkative that she's ever been. It was really impressive.
Thank you. I worked really hard on
such a way with words.
You really took over the stage of the podcast that day, you know?
It's hard to think that we'll ever top that episode. So like we're doing a good job continuing the content, but I don't know that we're ever going to top that. I think that might be like the Tea Party swan song.
Oh, that's where we peaked?
The pinnacle of our content.
Yeah, we peaked. Sorry.
We always peak early. It's okay.
Wait, not all of us.
Ayo. No, but speaking of stages, by the way.
Right now?
I don't know.
Look, speaking of stages, there's a phenomenal new anime that has come out this season.
Oh, do you want to maybe tell us what's up with your colors here?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is
neither
just who
do
I am now.
neither do the audio listeners.
You're right. No, there's an anime that has come out this season called Oshi no Ko, and I am very obsessed. I am going to be a little bit of a hipster here, but I can't be that much of a hipster because anyway. I read the manga first, but I started reading it literally like the same week that the anime was coming out, and I just hadn't heard about it because I hadn't kept up with like the new season of things, and I was like, oh hey, this like manga is really good. I was like, I should like mention it to Priscilla and Yuki, and Priscilla was like, yeah, there's an anime coming out about that like next week, and I was like, what?
Excuse me?
What?
Incredibly serendipitous timing.
It was perfect because the first episode of this manga is anime is an hour and a half long. It's basically a movie. I can't recommend it enough, but it is probably like, to put it this way, like it took less than a full day for it to overturn every manga on, or not manga, I keep saying manga because I'm obsessed with manga. Every anime on my anime list, which is a like congregating. I can't do words today.
Neither can I.
Is a like aggregate site of anime rankings and news and a bunch of other stuff. And it took less than a day of the episode being out for it to overtake every single thing on it and be rank 1. I don't know if it's still rank 1, because my anime list has a lot of like shall we say simps for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it tends to always have the number 1 spot. But
you called.
Oh, you called. I did call. But no, actually at the moment, Oshi no Ko is still number 1, the 9.21 rating, which is higher than anything else on the list by 0.11, which is pretty significant for hundreds of thousands of ratings.
Like, number 1 literally forever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is why
I'm part of the problem.
It's significant that it is being replaced right now by another show.
A seasonal anime, no less.
Anime, no less, yeah.
Yeah. I did watch the first episode.
The second episode has come out now by the time this recording goes out.
Yeah. It comes out on Wednesdays. I watched the first episode, which again is an hour and a half long. It's like a movie. It's very worth it. It's hard to like I've seen people say that you should give a trigger warning for it, but it's hard to give a trigger warning without spoiling it.
Yeah. And I think it's something that should really be experienced unspoilered.
I do understand why people say that. I don't necessarily blame them for it, but I also think that it should be experienced, like go into it with like a knowledge that there is some like very heavy theming in the show that it does deal with, but I don't think that anything other than that should really be spoiled.
You can give a broad warning of content,
right.
I feel like, without, like, I don't know what happens, but I mean, cultural osmosis, I've started to realize.
Right, and that's kind of what I mean, is like, I think that you can go into it with the knowledge that like, there is some heavy themes that happen in the show.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you should try to look up what those themes are, because
definitely go into it blind, but just keep in mind that there are heavy themes. I was mostly just bringing it up just just in case.
I do understand. I am wary about it because I do think that content warnings tend to be a little bit
I'm not very sensitive, so it's like
that's fair. I definitely am pretty sensitive to a lot of things, but it also gives me a pretty like unique perspective on what I think is quote unquote worthwhile of that content warning.
Yeah.
Which isn't
that's
necessarily fair. Like I don't control people's feelings or emotions. Like I
mean, it's always going to be up to where people draw the line for themselves too. Like, a lot of people don't like dark topics in media, but it's hard to say where that line's going to be for everyone within reason.
Right.
And a lot of like, I think, what was it? The Yakuza series, I think one of the games I'd played recently actually had like a form of content warning because there was self-harm was involved. So they actually gave a warning towards that at the beginning of the game.
That makes sense. Yeah, there's a couple of things I can think of that like you wouldn't think have like content warnings on it, but do. But I don't know. I think that a lot of media tends to get hidden behind a wall of content warnings, and a lot of people don't then experience it, which is a little sad because I think there's a lot of media that is worthwhile of consumption that gets left behind because a lot of the best media, in my opinion, is dealing with heavy things because it is more relatable to people who like have gone through things, and that's life, baby, like
life
I guess is not an anime.
No. I guess I was gonna say like I'm not very sensitive, so like sometimes content warnings will spoil stuff for me in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, it's pretty old by this point, so like Doki Doki Literature Club.
To be fair, Doki Doki comes with a warning on the front.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I kind of wish that wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I can see why it is and why people might want that there. So like I'm not saying they shouldn't have that. But I was just saying it's kind of like a hard situation because I feel like maybe people want a content warning, but also the fact that there's a content warning is a spoiler in itself.
Right.
Yeah.
There is the one thing about Doki Doki to me, right, is like something that Doki Doki did that no other media had really done at that time. Obviously, there are some that had. Don't come at me. But none that had gotten nearly as popular as Doki Doki. It went into your like computer's directory and pulled your like computer name and like information that typically would be hidden to anyone and made it a part of the game experience, which is very cool and makes a very strong impact.
Yeah.
But I streamed that game whenever it first came out, and
it probably said your name.
Yeah, it like gave my like full name to all of Twitch at the time. And to be fair, it also did things that like were so much cooler and I wish still existed. But like at the time, whenever the game first came out and you streamed it or recorded it, Monica would show up in your chat and like talk to you while you were streaming.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Does she still do the like
unbelievably cool?
I remember there's a jump scare that happens if you're streaming. Like she'll make a scary face at you.
Yeah. That does happen. And in that like scene, she shows up in your like Twitch chat specifically for me and starts like chatting while I'm playing the game and like
that's
being
so cool.
More than just a program in this video game, it's now a program in your computer itself. It's part of why Doki Doki had such a huge impact on me to the point that I like literally for a while considered changing my name to Monica. Because it was like really, really impactful. And it would not have had that experience if it hadn't have done those things.
Yeah.
And it did not give a content warning for that specific thing, whereas in Doki Doki Plus, they've mostly taken that out completely, basically. Which is fine.
But it does like dampen the experience a little bit.
Right. And it pulls from an internal directory that you set your name as whenever you choose your character name, rather than your actual computer's directory.
Yeah.
That's interesting because on the Switch it pulls from your like actual profile.
Right.
They have to account for multiple different. I mean, it's on all 3 major consoles and PC. So.
I was gonna say, I think in the context of Doki Doki, like in general, I agree with like your sentiment about it that like content warnings can kind of be spoilers and ruin things. But I think in the specific context of Doki Doki, it actually was a good thing that they put that content warning there for the experience of the game because there's so much of the game that the content warning doesn't apply to that it creates this tension that's just building up the whole time. The whole time I went through that game, I was like, what is that content warning for? What's going to happen? Something's going to happen. And everything was all cheery and smiley and happy. And I'm just sitting there like, ah.
Yeah, I get that too.
I think like Doki Doki is a specifically interesting one because that was the point back then. Like, legit, I first found it, I think it was with a coworker. We found this and it had psychological horror tagged because users tag on Steam. But like, it's just this cute anime game. What is this? And that was like right before it blew up. And like then I learned like, oh, it has all of this content in it. Okay.
Yeah, I also played it like right before it blew up because it was free and it looked cute and like I knew there was something up with it, but I didn't know what it was.
Right.
That's super fair, yeah. And Doki Doki is also up there in like some of my favorite media. So to give you an idea of viewer what my media taste is whenever I recommend Oshinoko. It's things that are deeply impactful, not necessarily horror, because I actually hate horror movies and horror media.
I love horror things.
That's super fair. I can't do it. I don't know. I've had too many things in my life that are horror adjacent that I just don't need something else scaring me.
That's fair.
I mean, at the same time, like that's
definitely
why things have content warnings too.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I didn't mean to like derail too far off of Oshinoko. I just kind of wanted to give a content warning without spoiling it.
yeah, you're absolutely fine. And I think it's a cool topic to touch on, right? Like, because it is something that is like increasingly becoming relevant in our like society as like quote unquote like liberal wokeness is being assaulted because of trigger warnings and coddling and all this. And it's like, sure, but there's also a nuanced conversation to have there rather than just arbitrary like hate bait, right? Like,
yeah, people be traumatized, you know, sometimes you need those trigger warnings.
Sure. And there's a lot of like horror movies that like obviously it's a little bit different because like, you know, what did you expect? You're going into a horror movie kind of thing. But
sure, yeah.
Those in a lot of ways I wish had more trigger warnings attached to them because like even though I don't like horror media, there are a lot of horror movies that I have consumed and wanted to consume because as an artist I think it's important. And it's a very grandiose idealism sort of way to look at things, but I've had to like one that I think of specifically is the movie Us. I don't know if you remember that or if
that sounds familiar.
It's like it's
I think I know what you're talking about. Maybe is it the See, how do you talk about this without spoiling?
It's the Jordan Peele movie that he made after Moonlight.
It's the horror movie, right?
Yeah, it is a horror movie, and it's like, you know, it's from 2019. It's pretty old at this point, so I'm not too worried about spoilers. But it has to do with like doppelgangers, basically.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna ask if it was that one because
yeah, it's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that movie it had like some scenes in it that really, really triggered me, and I like had to walk out of the theater. But it was a movie that I wanted to see because it was like important quote unquote artistically at the time, because it was Jordan Peele's second movie. Moonlight had gotten so much critical acclaim. A lot of people were like, oh, you know, this movie will put him like more fully on the map kind of thing, and he'll win an Oscar for it, blah blah blah. I don't think he ever got that much attention, but people did like it. So I wanted to like experience it and watch it, and oh boy, it did not go well for me. So in some cases, I do wish that there were more trigger warnings associated with disturbing media, but there is a weird line that you get to of like, how much is this like properly warning the viewer, and how much of it is like ruining the experience of the story.
Yeah, it's like a fine line to balance, I guess. But it can be a good thing, like Yuki said, where it like kind of builds up the tension because you don't know like why it has this content warning.
Right.
I think that's a cool like writing tool that should be implemented more, and just really isn't.
Yeah. I really like it for Doki Doki specifically, and I don't know any other media that really does that.
The only other one I can think of maybe is the 4chan visual novel Baby, that ended up being like actually fantastic despite it being made by 4chan.
What?
Huh?
I'm trying to think of.
You just said a lot of words.
You said a lot of words
right there.
4chan Baby? Wait.
Well, it was created by a group of people from 4chan that came together on their like anime forum or whatever and made this movie visual novel. Sorry.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me right now. It will come to me in a minute.
Me when I forgot.
Yeah.
But then I remember.
I love when you remember.
Me too.
when you remember.
Karawa Shoujo is the name of it.
Karawata, huh?
Oh.
They made that?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
what?
I know now.
4chan made that?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta sit down.
I forgot. You awoken the memory instantly the second you said its name.
I played that game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's surprisingly good. It has a lot of really interesting representation in it. Not all of it is the best, but you know, a lot of it is a lot better than you'd expect out of 4chan. That's for sure.
My guy did it with the blind girl.
Understandable. She was very cute.
She was.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah,
wait, really?
Shoujo. It was a pretty popular. The thing is, right, is like visual novels are not very like mainstream in America.
And I'm such a normie.
Well, no, but
as we know, known fact
about Yukime, she's a normie.
Obviously no, but if you were like following a lot of like visual novel trends, you probably may not have heard of it because it's not something that like often, like it wasn't on Steam, right? Like you had to seek out Karawa Shoujo to play it. So if you weren't looking for specific visual novels to play that are in the theming of like school romance things, you probably wouldn't have seen Karawa Shoujo, which is what I mean by that.
Right.
I had no idea 4chan made that. Like, I'm still
in shock.
Yeah.
I forgot. Like, I knew that, but I forgot that. Like, when you were bringing it up, I did not have that on the mind.
Yeah, no.
It was like also the center of internet memes for a very long time in very niche anime communities too.
That's
I
true.
remember seeing some of the memes.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a cool example of what a group of people can do if they care about something enough. Because it was, you know, made by just a bunch of people that like anime and visual novels, and that's pretty hard to emulate in a lot of ways. Because it didn't have any kind of like backing or like central like power structure, like defining the way that it gets made or the storyboard of it or anything like that. It was just people talking about ideas and throwing them out until something stuck. And it's really cool. It's a collaborative storytelling effort that just doesn't really happen very often.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Despite the fact that it came out of a literal cesspool.
4chan. The hacker known as 4chan.
So true, Bessie.
Yeah.
Hoshino.
Hoshino I.
Hoshino I is the I pre-ordered the figure because I
my god, you did?
I did. I did. It doesn't get shipped until like November, but
I thought I lost like a whole ass anime figure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I have a pile of boxes in my room because I don't have like a lot of space for things. And I went through a period where I kept pre-ordering figures that I didn't have room for. So there's just this big ass box with this Megumin figure inside from Konosuba. And I was looking at my case and I remembered because I was talking with a friend about the Konosuba anime. And I was like, wait a minute. Where's that figure? And I legit thought I lost it. But then it was in my pile of boxes.
Yeah, you found it.
I found it. But speaking of anime, I think we should probably start explaining things poorly, you know?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love explaining things poorly.
We have a word for that. We have a phrase for that.
We do have a phrase for that. And it's bootleg descriptions! Yay!
At first I was like, what do you mean we have a word for that? I don't understand.
It's the fan favorite. The fan favorite segment.
The favorite.
Yes. If you don't know what it is, it's where we take a topic and we explain it really poorly and hope that the rest of us can guess what it is. It's usually an anime and or a video game.
What it is.
So true.
Depending on your disposition as a person. I'm speaking directly to myself right now.
Competitive bootleg description.
Competitive. Well, it was going to be, but I don't think anyone's keeping track, so.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
I would like to make a joke about keeping track, but I absolutely not. I don't have the brain power for that.
I have a single brain cell and it's trying its best.
You are keeping track, Kiki?
Well, I mean, I was just making a joke about it, but yeah. I'm not actually keeping track because same, but I made the joke that you weren't going to make.
Yeah. Eventually, whenever we are famous podcasters,
there'll be a running tally somewhere.
Yeah, there'll be somebody that goes back in the archives and finds all of the different episodes and tallies up who has.
And they'll somehow inadvertently find out where I live because people on the internet are just that scary.
Oh no.
Yeah, probably same. And also what college I went to and things like that I've talked about on this podcast.
It'll be on your wiki page.
That's great.
All right, let's start with Star. Oh my god. Start.
Oh my god, that's me. Okay. There are two acceptable answers for this one, but it's about big robots and gay rights.
Gundam? Whichever.
Yeah, whichever. Okay, Promare is not what I had on the mind, but
big robots and gay rights.
Technically, Promare absolutely fits that description.
Yeah, it does. It was not one of the ones I had in mind.
What was the second one you had in mind? Because Witchermercury makes sense.
Evangelion.
Oh.
Valid.
That's funny.
I support Evangelion rights.
Less gay, but more funny. Also, good show.
Good show.
Yeah.
Good show? Question mark with an asterisk.
It's all right, I guess, you know. Might have like won a few awards or whatever, but like that's not that important.
Whatever.
It's not one of the most beloved anime of all time or anything.
Yeah, no. That would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never seen it, so it can't be that good.
People, I've also.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I've also never seen it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I haven't either.
It's because every time it came on Adult Swim, it was my bedtime, but I really wanted to hear the opening theme, so I would sit there and wait till it was over, and then I'd be like, all right, going to bed.
Gotta listen to that Cruel Angel's Thesis every time.
Yeah. Anyway, my first one is a video game, and it's gonna be really easy, I bet. All right. I'm getting performance anxiety. Don't look at me.
Okay. Thank you. I'm staring directly at you.
No. All right. If soccer was set in the Cars universe, but there was also sometimes explosions.
Oh, Rocket League.
Yeah.
Oh.
You said the Cars universe. I was thinking Omega Strikers. And then it wasn't Omega Strikers. I was like, wait a second, Omega Strikers isn't in the Cars universe.
I think I burned my neuron because I was still thinking. I know you said game. I was thinking anime, so I was like, okay,
also
Blue
thinking
Lock,
anime.
Tsubasa, and then I was like, wait, there's cars. Wait a minute, neither of those have cars. I think.
Also, you said soccer, and the first anime I thought of because I was thinking of anime was freaking Captain Harlock.
Oh no, that is
Captain who?
It's a. I think it's actually called like Ice Shield 21 or something like that.
Oh, okay, now I know what that is.
That's very old.
Sometimes I still think about that movie that we watched one time in Yuki's Discord.
I think about a couple. Oh,
with the cars and
that was
the
such
alien
a good
people.
movie.
Yeah, sometimes I still think about it.
It was Redline.
Oh, yeah.
Redline is a phenomenal movie. It does have, I will give the content warning of
hot girls
titties.
and cars.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it does have those out and showing in the.
I'm afraid of boobs, and I think that the only way to overcome it is exposure therapy.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that.
We can talk after the podcast, okay?
All right, anyway.
My turn?
Sure.
Okay. My first one is a game, and it's got a very, very short description. It's Fire Emblem with guns.
Advanced Wars?
Yeah.
You know, that's a better answer than mine.
It's not that?
So I think I should give you credit for that, but there is a different thing that I was thinking of.
Fire Emblem with guns. I feel like I know this. I know it, but I can't think.
Valkyria Chronicles?
I don't know what that is, so probably not.
That's so true!
Definitely not.
Fire Emblem with guns, though. I know what this is. I know what it is, and I can't think of it.
I can give you one more hint if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the hint.
I'm not saying it's aliens.
Oh, XCOM.
XCOM. Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
It's XCOM.
Yeah, that makes sense. XCOM. Yep.
I went the weeb route for both of them.
I also directly went to Advanced Wars. So
once again, we've known Yukime fact. I am a normie.
You are trying to prove it today, but you know. Oh right, that's me. That's my turn.
That's you.
It's your turn.
Okay, so my first one is an anime, which I'll say this after the fact, but anyway. Two sisters have good intentions, but are rarely good influences. Instead, they parade around with swords and guns, fighting devils intent on demeaning them.
Oh, Pantheon Stalking.
Yep.
Oh.
I haven't actually watched that ever.
Me either. So I was kind of like, huh? It's got really cute art.
It does have really cute art.
And has banger soundtracks.
Yeah. Fair, yeah.
Didn't they make? I feel like they made another anime or something recently.
Season 2 of it came out recently, I believe.
Oh,
did
that's
it?
what it
I don't
was.
think it got announced. Did it come out?
It may have just been announced. I don't remember exactly, but
I just
yeah,
remembered
it's just been
it was
announced.
like not that it ever wasn't relevant, but I just remembered it was like relevant again
Right,
recently.
yeah.
Trigger and Gynax do random stuff every few years. Whatever company they are now.
Right.
I think they're Trigger.
I don't
Trigger. Yeah.
actually know who makes panty and stocking. I don't think it's Trigger, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I wear those.
Triggers?
Oh, some
Panties and stockings?
Yeah.
Only sometimes, though.
Well, mostly a sometimes on the stockings part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right.
And if you use the full name, it's panty and stocking with garter belt, right? And sometimes garter belts. Sometimes.
Is it the full name?
I think.
No
I think
idea.
so.
Probably.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Probably.
true.
Just like how Teen Titans is the shortened version of the full name Teenage Titans.
Don't start me on this again.
I remember because I went to a convention like the year Panty and Stocking aired, so they had like all of their con merch was Panty and Stocking.
I bet.
Understandable. They're very, very cute, and I do love them. I don't really know that much. I mean, I've seen most of the anime. I don't think I've seen all of it because
it's
I think if your hair was just a bit more blue, you would just be stocking, right?
Yeah. Really.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Okay, Star's second one.
Oh, now that I'm on the spot, I'm embarrassed about this one.
I'm looking.
Let me. Okay. I'm ready. Mushroom Kingdom, here we
Mario movie. It's the Mario movie.
Specifically the Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's the Super Mario Super Show. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I think Yuki, I guess, got it. Everyone got it, but apparently, I haven't seen the movie yet. Apparently, that line is not in the movie for some reason.
What? Why'd they use it in the trailer?
It is not in the movie.
That's amazing. They do that a lot, but
I have in fact seen the movie. It was better than I thought it would be.
That's like the thing I've heard from everyone.
It was fun.
It was fun. I wouldn't necessarily call it a good movie, but
All
it was
I know
fun.
is that people won't stop talking about the Peaches song.
Peaches.
Everyone is obsessed with Jack Black's Bowser performance in Peaches.
I mean, to be fair, understandable.
I mean, it's good, but yeah, it's pretty funny how much people are obsessed with it.
Out of all of the people in that movie, Jack Black is pretty by far and away the best performance, in my opinion.
That's fair.
That's what I've heard. And people have said nothing really about Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah, it was perfectly acceptable, to be honest.
Yeah, that's like everyone I've heard talk about it's like, well, he wasn't as bad as I thought he'd be.
Yeah, there was like this whole drama, this big drama about Chris Pratt as Mario for a while when it first got announced.
Yeah, and he was fine, which is the best compliment that he can receive for that role, to be honest.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, but I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like,
Oh, it's my second one now. This one's an anime, and I don't know what I was doing. All right, when you lie during the current month.
You're lying in April?
in April.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Really funny description.
That's really good.
Man.
Also, one of my favorite animes.
I do also love that anime.
That's very good.
An anime to make you sad and cry in April.
True. I guess that means it's my second one now?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is an anime, and I don't like my description, but I'm going to read it anyway. A fun, cute girls doing cute things show until the clowns show up.
Clowns?
Nautica Magica.
Clowns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Wait, there's clown. Those are clowns?
Well, the one is like a clown, at least.
Yeah.
The first one that has the
Oh.
major moment is.
Yeah, I guess that's a
figured-
clown.
If I said clown singular, I thought it would have been too obvious, and clowns sounded funnier.
Yeah, when the clowns show up, heads will roll.
So no head.
No head.
Oh no.
Very sorry.
It hurts. It hurts me physically.
Not as much as it hurt. Never mind.
Yeah.
Look, being
I was gonna
Maduka
say
is
that.
suffering. It's fine.
Maybe Maduka become Maguka?
Being Meguka is suffering.
I miss those memes so much. Last one. Momo.
Yeah. So it's my turn.
It is.
So my second one is a video game. There's 2, maybe 3 correct answers for this, but there is only one that is a incorrect answer for this. How is this about a man in a zombie apocalypse in Las Vegas again, but still considered one of the best games of its time?
Fallout New Vegas 4.
You about the man in Las Vegas?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I could give hints if it.
No, I mean it's Fallout New Vegas. It
Oh no. Fallout New Vegas.
No, okay.
Hotline
Can I have
Miami?
like a sticker that says you tried on it?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely give you that sticker. It will also say underneath it, not well, but did try. No, I'm kidding. But I would not describe Fallout New Vegas as a zombie apocalypse typically. Personally.
The Last of Us 2.
No. Okay.
Reloaded.
Dead Rising.
You're much closer.
Uh,
Picked the one that can't be correct.
Left 4 Dead.
No,
2. 3?
It is Dead Rising 2 specifically.
okay.
Rise of a
okay.
Warrior. Specifically
Dead
on
Rising
Blu-ray.
2 came out and it was just the exact same game as Dead Rising 1, but they were like, but now he's blonde.
Yeah, no, it's not him. And then they released it again with Frank West.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like Overwatch 2.
That was the
Overwatch 2?
It sounds like what they did for Overwatch 2. It's just the same game.
Oh, so true, Bestie.
Oh yeah.
It's literally the same game. Except they took out a team slot.
True.
But yeah, that was all of mine. Star got the closest, so Star gets a point on that one.
Yeah.
Which we are
There's-
keeping track of.
There's 4 sequels to the game, 3 sequels to the game, because
Yeah.
there's 2, 3, and 4. So
And
that's
2
why I
side
was,
games.
yeah, but I don't count the side games, which is why I was saying
Wow.
there's only one incorrect answer of the series. Technically correct.
Wow.
Well, you know, it's fine.
It's fine.
Participation medal.
I don't think 4 is set in Vegas anymore, but
Fallout.
Fallout.
that's the one.
When you fall out of the cart.
Me.
Yep.
I fell out of the cart.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no,
why I did
he
the
come back.
backstory.
Wait, no.
You're going
Goodbye.
straight onto the conveyor belt so that I may
Oh.
purchase you.
The
Oh,
conveyor
no.
belt of sushi.
Oh wait, she's gone.
Wait, I'm sushi?
The-
Hold on. What?
don't worry about it.
Anyways.
All right, we have to cut this one short today because
I have important business to get to.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I have more orange juice to drink.
Business
Oh.
meetings.
homophobia
Business
has to end.
Yeah.
Idle meetings. Oh my god.
The longer I take not drinking orange juice, the longer homophobia runs rampant. So you have to wish me luck and give me your energy for drinking orange juice.
I'll help you
Tonight.
drink the orange juice.
Thank you.
Pog.
I can always count on you to have my back.
Always. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Watch Oshinoko.